Religious people, like us, need to always be on our guard against this attitude of spiritual pride that crops up, where we say, oh, I'm one of the 99. The shepherd really likes me. Gee, I'm on God's side. You know what that means? I must be better than other people. Is that good thinking or bad thinking? That is bad thinking. And I imagine if you were one of the 99, you could say that. You could look around and go, I didn't feel the need to wander off. I kept my eyes on the shepherd. I'm not like that one lost sheep. He's so bad. I'm not. Sorry. That's terrible. I suppose the older son in the story of the prodigal son, I suppose he had reason to say, you know what? I didn't get happy feet like my brother did. I didn't ask for my share of the inheritance. I didn't act like an idiot. Look at me. You could see somebody downtown who's rummaging through a garbage can looking for soda bottles or something, and they're in tattered clothing, and you might have the thought, it just drifts in. You don't even do it intentionally. Wonder why they didn't make good choices like I did. I mean, it slips in such sly and devious ways, but we can never go there in our thinking. Do you know why? Because it's a lie. We are not better than anyone else in this world. We're better off if we know Jesus, but we're not better. And he didn't certainly choose us because we're better. The doctrine of sin overrules you if you think that way. For all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God, the Bible says. For all have sinned. So raise your hand if that includes you. We're all, what was that song? I'd never heard that one before. What a great little song. We're all a band of misfits. We're all right? That's us. You'll hear me say this more than once. I'm just a dweeb from Iowa. And I mean that. Paul said, I'm the chief of sinners. I say, no, excuse me, Paul, but I'm the chief of sinners. We have to have that mindset. There's an old cliche. I wanted to come up with something about the bell tolling for you all of a sudden, but it just didn't fit. There's an old saying, there but for the grace of God go I. It's based on a verse in the Bible, 1 Corinthians 15, where Paul says, I am what I am by the grace of God. That's the mindset that we need to develop. And so if you've made good choices in your life and you've reaped the benefit of those choices, you should feel good about that. That's great. But you should say, like Paul, I am what I am by the grace of God. If you're stronger than somebody else because you work out really hard and you exercise a lot, you should say, I am what I am by the grace of God. Even though you exercise and you train, and you should. But you know how quickly your health could be taken from you? If you're smarter than the average Joe, you're a Rhodes Scholar, because you study hard, you still should say, I am what I am by the grace of God. Yes? Even though you study hard, and you should. That's how we should see ourselves. If we could only stand back from our lives and look at all the variables in our lives that contribute to the person you become, you realize how little control we have over our life. Were any of you handed a clipboard when you were about to jump down the birth canal and be born? Did an angel pop in and say, now before you're born, I have this clipboard. Would you just check off some of your preferences? Intact family, broken family. Oh, I have an intact family, thank you. Middle class, upper class. Middle class is fine, that'd be great. Las Manos, the Baz, that sounds like a clean place. Check. Did any of you get a clipboard? Do you realize how many things in our lives are gifts of grace to us? You did not choose your parents. You did not choose your access to wealth. You didn't choose what century you'd be born in. You could have been born in Somalia. You could have been born in a time of war. But here you are, a trophy of grace. That's how we need to see ourselves.